Hey everyone, this is your host Nakaichi of Centaku Media. Welcome to our first stream of September, which is the second of the month 2024. I'm glad that I am back. I'm glad that you are here to watch. Yay. And tonight is a special stream, so we're not going to do any gaming tonight. As exciting as that is, we are going to do something a little different because I don't do it enough in addition to gaming. So you know how I always start off my stream with Centaku Media, which is the streams that you're watching if you're tuning in on Twitch and YouTube. Thank you. So Centaku Media means the center of anime, rather the center of otaku, anime, and gaming. So it could be like a mix of that. I forgot my own mantra right there, but Centaku, so center of otaku interest, basically. So if you like any of those stuff like anime, gaming, maybe K-pop, some J-pop, or anything else that's geeky of nature when it comes to like Asian interests like that, then this is the right place. So tonight we're going to talk about Dragon Con, and today was the official last day of Dragon Con, so yay, let's give it a round up for another year Dragon Con, yay, yay. So Dragon Con is a con that's held in Atlanta around Labor Day weekend, and it's a 5-day convention, and in the past it's been promoted as a 4-day convention, but it is a multi-fandom convention, so the idea of that might put some people off, but if you like a little bit of comics, if you like anime, I think it's a good con to check out. If you have if you just want to go check out new cons, new people, new faces, all that stuff, that I think Dragon Con's the good place to be. And most of our members of the community are in the Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama area, so if they're interested in stuff like that, then we're going to talk about that tonight. And we have two guests tonight for our stream. So we have Sippy and Errol and Beth, who are really close friends of the Centaku Media community, and we're excited to have them tonight. Yay! Yay! So they're on standby right now in our VC on the Centaku Media Discord server. And also, speaking of which, a lot of the stuff that we're going to talk about can be shared in the Conventions and Events channel, because unfortunately, since I'm streaming this on YouTube, there might be some things that I can't really show off, like, due to copyright stuff. But if we refer to any of this, we'll try to share it in the Media Roundup channel, or rather the thread in the channel as well. So, hey, Skyguard, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in tonight, and don't worry about it, I was on vacation, so this is my first stream back since vacation, so glad to have you. But we're going to talk about Dragon Con tonight, and I have a couple of friends that will be joining us to talk about it, but not just Dragon Con. We are also going to talk about a couple other, actually a few other events that's happening this month. And I can't believe it's already September as I say this. But we have Japan Fest coming up, which is on the 21st and 22nd of September. And also we'll have 2 K-pop concerts, which is another reason why we have our 2 guests here on the stream. Hey, DJ Anime, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. Got a good house tonight, and I'm really excited as we're going to talk about Dragon Con. And before we go live, rather before we switch over to our special events scene that I've been setting up for the past hour, and I'm also bad about that. Like, I should have this stuff ahead of time, but I usually don't have like any like ideas to like the last minute. But I think we'll be good once we get over to the next scene. But just a few announcements of the stream. So since this is everyone's first stream back in a while, or a week since the last stream I had was last Tuesday, we are doing this stream tonight talking about Dragon Con. This is just chatting stream, so there will be no gaming tonight. We're just going to chill. But I do have a few more streams planned for this week. We are going to come back with some more weeknight dubs. I think this is our 34th or 35th stream of weeknight dubs, and of course we're gonna do some more Fortnite as always, so I hope you look forward to that. That's at 6:30 Thursday. And also we'll have 2 long streams this week, and this month it will be Friday and Saturday, and I might start a little early from what I advertised. So if you saw the announcement in the Discord or on the YouTube channel, starts at 9:30, our usual time. I might do it a little early, so the earlier the better. We can get that out of the way. But we are going to do possibly the last 2 streams of Like a Dragon Gaiden because we're on the final chapter. And if we finish it this weekend, that means possibly next weekend, we will finally, after almost a year, 9 months in the making, we will play Infinite Wealth. So I'm really looking forward to that. Yay! Yeah, but yeah, looking forward to that. And also, speaking of which, I know RGG is going to have a special showcase on the 20th of this month around the Tokyo Game Show time. So looking forward to that. But rumor has it that it might be a remake of Yakuza 3, so possibly a Yakuza Kiwami 3, and who knows? Because there's a lot to look forward to, and yes, hype, definitely. Woohoo! All aboard the hype train, yeah. But anyway, that's what we're gonna do. So, oh yeah, Friday and Saturday are the long stream nights. So look forward to that. And also, don't forget to check out our Discord for any other announcements, because I do have the some of the links that we might reference in the stream that I can't show on stream because copyright stuff. And apparently, I had to reset my. I'm using Restream, so if I use another multi-streamer, I can do the Twitch VOD thing, so that way some audio won't get transmitted on certain platforms, or all platforms. But yeah, anyway, I think it's time to go to our next stream, and Yakuza 3 is the next one I need to play. Yeah, you should, or maybe you could wait until Tokyo Game Show in case they announce it. So who knows? But there was hints that there was a hint from the current director Yokoyama, Masayoshi Yokoyama, where he said that Sega can just release it anytime they want. So who knows? Maybe that will be very soon, but who knows? Who knows what's going on? But anyway, so before we introduce our guest, we're going to switch over to the special stage and see if this works out the way I planned it. So alright, so yeah, we have our guest here. We have Errol and Beth and Sippy, but first I'm going to undeafen myself and then maybe that will work. Alright, we're live. Oh, sorry to interrupt y'all's chat. Oh, okay. Oh shoot. This is score, yeah. Actually, hold on one sec. Oh wait, hold on one sec. Apparently something is, unless maybe it has something to do with what's going on. Hold on. Apparently y'all not being transmitted as I thought. Hold on. Apparently something got messed up. Oh, one sec. Oh gosh. Okay, now hopefully this will work. Oh gosh, y'all missing the. Okay, so I'm still fixing it, and y'all everyone's missing the funny conversation that's going on right now. Or oh no. Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully they'll start cooperating on better. Oh wait. Is it working? Nope, it's not picking up at all. What the heck? Okay, 1 minute. Let me try something else. Oh. Oh, I think I know what's wrong. I think silly me forgot to actually put the source even though I put it in here. I thought I forgot to put the source. Yeah, I forgot. Wow. Okay.
Doesn't necessarily make us understand. Like, do whatever you need, Sia. We trust you.
Yeah, let me see if this works.
Oh, also, should I be calling you Nakaichi?
Yay, Nakaichi. Yes, it works now. That's what I did. I forgot.
Yay.
Wow.
Oh,
So-
great. Okay. That's okay, though. That's okay. At least we figured it out early, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
But yeah, okay. So, I'm ready to hear about what happened at your JackieCon.
Yeah. Alright, so let's introduce everyone. So this is Errol and Beth. She plays Fortnite with us or during our weeknight dub streams.
I try to play Fortnite. I attempt a Fortnite. Anyway.
And also we have Sippy next to Errol.
No.
Yay. Sippy.
yeah.
Yeah, hey Sippy. DJ Anime says Sippy. I hear Sippy. And then also Skyguard says welcome to the stream.
Hey, hello.
Hey, but yeah, Sippy is also a content creator. He has a TikTok account, Sippy's Ventures. He shares his adventures, traveling adventures, when we go to the Gwinnett County area of Georgia and anything else that's cool and geeky in nature. And he's also the owner of LastLooks.org, which is, kind of similar to Centaku Media as well, sharing a lot of cool geeky stuff. So be sure to check it out. But welcome.
Hey.
Oh, thank you.
All right, let's.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, it's gonna be here. Do you want to say anything more about yourself than what I said to introduce y'all? I guess go with Erlen first.
I mean, we are. I feel like we're very fun and nerdy, and maybe we have some dad humor, but that's fine. And I think this is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Yeah. Okay. And Sophie, you have anything to talk about?
It's been a fortnight since I've played video games, so on that topic, I'm there for you. Super Mario. That's about as new as I go. But beyond that, just excited to see you all.
Yay! But speaking of you being a gamer, I heard that you're really good at Halo back in the day.
Oh yeah. Did pretty well in my college tournament, and actually, I like to think I could still hold my own, but systems are just so pricey these days. So I don't play near as much as.
Yeah. DJ Anime says Sophie doesn't play video games. Sadness.
Yeah, not a lot. Not a lot. So.
But anyway, it's good to have you though. Like if you're not a gamer, it's good to have you. And if you're curious to learn, of course, this is. If you want to learn more about the game, this is the point of Centaku Media, because I'm just all over the place with a certain game, and if you're interested, then
I was gonna say you made me Yakuza curious.
Yeah, so I think because of
yeah.
my obsession with Yakuza, you want to know more about it. So you've been watching my streams, especially on the VOD channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And you caught my attention. I was like, well, turn around. And so.
Yeah. Turn around. But that's a reference to a TikTok I made during MomoCon, which, by the way, I just realized I didn't make any TikToks for this year, but I mean, there's still plenty of opportunity.
But you were in one.
I was
gonna say you were in one, which was very, very cute. I loved the chaperone one that you guys all did together. That was so cute.
Yes.
I was very happy.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. And I love the what's hot to go.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that very soon.
That wasn't even scripted. That was just.
I kind of figured.
Sorry.
Honestly, honestly, that's what made it so much funnier.
Oh yeah. And by the way, so yeah, we're gonna get to that in a minute, and also, it's fine. We always talk over ourselves. I know, like some people say, "Oh, that's rude," but we do it. We've known each other for a long time. It just happens naturally, and also I guess it's hard to do too since this is over Discord, so it's hard to read cues to see. Oh, can I talk? Oh, well.
But it's okay. It's okay. We're all just here to have a good time.
Yeah. Alright, hold on one sec. I need to fix something. Apparently my Discord just did something weird. I might have to leave the channel. I guess like you said, it's being weird, right? So
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Hold on.
Doing that when we're testing it.
Yeah, let me disconnect and reconnect real quick. Okay. Hopefully that worked, so you won't sound like you're distant.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, are we good?
Yeah, at least to me it was. So. Okay. Oh yeah, DJ Anime says I've been doing lots of TikTok lately. Knowing you all for years now. It's crazy. Crazy emoji.
Yeah.
But
very long time.
But yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start talking about Dragon Con, and only a couple of us have been this year. So it's myself and Zippy, and Erilyn hasn't been in a while, but she is welcome to offer her input of the con, from a veteran's experience. So I do have some talking notes here, and I apologize for not sharing these ahead of time. But again, and since we're live on air, we can just add to it ad lib as we go along. So Dragon Con, as I mentioned briefly, it's a con that's been, I think this was their 40th anniversary? It's been
something like that.
Yeah, it's been going on for quite a while. And this year I feel like I'm sorry, go repeat that.
I just said that dragon definitely looks more gray than green, so it's been a while.
Oh my
gosh. But yeah, Dragon Con. Yeah, I think this Dragon Con has been the biggest, at least from my experience, guys. This is my 5th Dragon Con that I've been to, and the second I've been to for the almost full weekend, because it's a 5-day convention in Atlanta, downtown Atlanta. It starts Thursday and ends on Monday, so today was the official last day of a con. Like most cons, like Anime Expo, is on the 4th of July weekend, so usually the last day is on Monday. I think MomoCon tried to do that, but it didn't work out for them, so I know next year they're going to basically be Thursday through Sunday. But
it's insane because it starts on Wednesday. So that's how crazy it is. Officially, I think it is still Thursday, but
yeah, because you showed me that picture. It was like packed like on a Saturday night on Wednesday.
Yeah, apparently that was at midnight exactly. So I think they're very it's like 12:01 a.m. Thursday is when it starts, and we're all gathered for that.
That's crazy.
So I guess it's like ringing in a new year. So that's probably what they did.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Sorry, real quick. Skyguard says friends talk with each other casually. It's only right to interrupt each other all the time. Well, yeah, there you go. And and DJ Anime says maybe one day I'll go to Dragon Con. So this is actually something we can, I guess, go into to begin with. So, and then we'll talk about it as we go along. So, yes, Dragon Con is a con that you need to ease your way into because there's a lot. It's a lot. So I think we did the right thing, like the first years of going like early on Saturday and leaving like probably not too late in the night, like maybe 8 or 9 o'clock. And then you work your way up to the full, at least almost full weekend, because we did usually just do like 3.5 days.
Yeah. You start with the tail, and then you get to the full dragon.
You're right. Okay, so all right, so I'll go on to you guys. So we'll start with Sippy, since you were with me for the con as well. So what did you think of Dragon Con? Well, how long have you been attending Dragon Con?
At least 12 years, I think.
Oh wow.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's what, I'm sorry. Go on.
like you said, Nakaichi, I definitely started with the the 1 day approach. Got there right at registration opening, left at like a reasonable hour, like 9 or 10 or so. We're conveniently just a couple hours away, so it's not too bad, but it was a good way to start, and it was nice to be back again. For most of it, actually, I felt a little less busy, but I think just it's more. I don't think that's true. I think I just get better at knowing how to navigate it.
Oh yeah,
and finding like the pockets of less insanity, really.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So because it's so packed.
Yeah. So yeah, like I was skeptical of Dragon Con for the longest time, and the first year I went was in 2016, and since you all had went, that year for just a little bit, I'm like, okay, I'll go. And it's also expensive for anyone just curious as to how much Dragon Con costs for as long as it's been around. So I think if you were to go at the door the weekend of, it's like almost $300, I believe, right? Or $200. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
But
yeah, well, and that's the problem is a lot of people don't make that decision. So they're like, well, I guess I'll try it. It's like, no. Think about it now. Think about whether you would want to try even for a day in a year. Because now it's going to be a lot cheaper.
Exactly. So I did look at I think the badges for this year, I think it was like maybe, or for Saturday, I think it's like, what, $80 or something? But so it's expensive for just that one day, but at this point it was worth it considering it's Dragon Con. But I know there's probably some other issues that I've observed that we're going to talk about as we go along. So I feel like one day is probably not a viable option anymore, but like if you just want to check it out, then one day will be the option. But if you wanted to, sorry, what were you about to say?
Oh, if you buy them now through, I think September 16th, you can pay $100 before any taxes and fees for all 5 days. Or
right.
So
that's what I was going to
like. If you want to hit the button, that's almost better than even a day.
Yeah, but what if no one? Well, I guess $100 would be better, but like I don't know how they would feel about. So I can only do like this day. I don't know. I guess everyone's different. Yeah. I'm not sure what the term "going outside" mean. Wait, when going outside? Are you talking about like for the con? Because so Dragon Con is different from your traditional cons because it's held between 3, maybe 5 hotel buildings, and it's late summer now, So I would definitely recommend taking like several bottles of water with you because it's hot, and then you got to deal with traffic. But the police are usually in the area. There's heavy police presence because just in case anything dumb happens, they want to protect pedestrians as well. So yeah, if you want to go from one convention building, you could go outside or you could take the skywalk, but that might not always be an option because it can get shut down if it just gets too crazy. So if that's what you were wondering, that's kind of what Dragon Con is about. No, that con specifically. But just going a little quick, Erilyn, how long have you been going? I know you didn't go this year, but what did you think about it in past years?
Well, I started, when I was like in my early 20s and went for a few years and then just decided it was too much. And I haven't been in a very long time. But I feel like what you guys are saying, like just it's obviously very crowded. It's like the largest convention on the East Coast, I think.
I believe
or something.
So. Definitely in the South.
I'm pretty sure that's what that's what they said. And it is very like if you know where you're trying to go, it's a little bit easier. Like you guys are saying, like think about stuff ahead of time, because if you have a plan, it is much, much more manageable than if you just show up and go, I'll figure it out when I get there. Give you maps and stuff like when you get your badge, but is still trying to navigate is a lot, especially for me, because it was my first time, like the first time I went there. I had never been, I think the biggest convention I had been to before that was maybe a local Chattanooga convention, which is like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of Dragon Con. So like it was in no way preparing me for what I was getting into. And I will also say that if you're gonna go, prepare to like do a whole lot of walking and be up late, because that's how you get your experience worth, I think. And I tended to focus more on the autographs and the photo ops. A lot of people focus on panels. So like it just depends on what you want to do. But most of the guests, that's the only time that you'll ever get to meet them. So I had a heavy focus on stuff like that when I was going. But I think the one year I got a con hotel, that seemed to help a whole lot too. Like if you get an actual hotel that's part of the convention. But I think when I did that, like I said, this was like in my 20s, so this is almost 20 years ago. Wow. That was, I know, right? Might have been late 20s, but that's still like 15 years ago, so that's still a long time. And like it was hard to get one back then. It is almost impossible to get them now, because you have to basically sit on their website, and when they say hotels open, you have to do it right then.
The hotel Hunger Games, as they call it.
Right. No, seriously, it's like a free for all, dude, like Mad Max up in there. And so, but I do feel like the one year that I kind of splurged and did that, I feel like it made a big difference as far as comfort and accessibility, because most of the stuff I wanted to do was in that hotel. So I was like, oh wow, I got really lucky, because like I didn't know, like I knew some of the panels and stuff would be there, but I didn't realize like all the other stuff I wanted to do was going to be there too. I was like, oh, okay, that worked out great. Because it's like if you need something, you can just run upstairs. Yeah. Like I know it takes a minute, but it's at least somewhat more convenient than having to walk across, however many different hotels to get to your hotel. Like
that is very nice.
Yeah. So, but essentially just prepare to have, a lot of time walking and standing, and and make sure that you have, like you said, water and some kind of snacks, because you don't want your blood sugar bottoming out when you're in the middle of, a crowd of people.
Or heat stroke.
That would not be fun. Yeah, or heat stroke. So when I went one time, I made the bad choice of wearing, it was either my high heels or my really bad combat boots, and they chewed through my feet.
Oh.
And I made the poor decision, I'm just going to go barefoot. And I had fishnets on, but I was still essentially barefoot, put my feet on the pavement, like almost immediately had my feet burned off. Like the bottom of my feet burned off. It was horrific. I was like, oh, that was a bad decision. Oh, that was so terrible. But it just kind of gives you an idea, like that's how hot it gets outside. Like you can't even put your skin to pavement. Like it is that bad. And this is like when it used to be, I don't want to say used to be because it's always been Labor Day, but I feel like the summers or the weather was a lot harsher back then. Because, like, this year seemed a lot more mild to me. Like, at least here it did. So, like, it's still very, very hot, though. Like, I'm not...
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna, like... But it feels like once you get inside, it's a lot better. But it just depends on where you are. Because some of the levels have, like, no air circulation. So, like... I think it really just kind of takes a few times of going, and then eventually you get your pattern down, and then once you get that, you're set, and you don't have to, you don't have to like worry about stuff as much. But it's like, I think it just takes practice, and for people who have never been, I definitely think that it is worth going to. Like, I tell that to everybody. I'm like, I know it seems very overwhelming, and I get overwhelmed too. That's why I haven't been in a little while. But it is still worth going to. Like, I just want to make sure people understand, like, it is still very much worth going to. And it can be expensive, but you can still, there are ways to kind of like lower that. Like you get, like you share a room, you share food, you share, sharing costs. Like that is the key to doing bigger conventions like this, because I mean, it is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Friends almost always make things easier. Both in if you get somebody who's been before to explain like where to go, what not to do, and stuff like that, where the cool rooms are. But obviously, any cost savings is always very welcome.
Oh yeah, and also just going back on that too. So now that I can bring it up. By the way, just real quick, welcome Creative Guy to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. He said they also say Dragon Con is best kind, and they also say we stand on. Yeah, and Creative Guy also says "ouch" to the whole thing about your feet getting burnt.
Oh my god, it was horrific. We pretty much immediately after I got my badge had to go upstairs and bandage up my feet.
Oof.
Yeah, they were
not my best
on the sidewalk that were like she cray.
Oh my god! Well, dude, like, and it was so crazy too because I had no clue it was going to be that bad. And I tried standing in the grass, and it really honestly did not help very much at all because even the ground was just super hot. But luckily, the person that I was with was very nice and gave me their shoes for a little bit. And they were able to go like kind of sit off to the side. And so I stood in line, and then they just kind of like came back over later. But once we made it inside, it was fine because you could barefoot then. And it was okay. Yeah. But it was just very, very. The weather is the worst part, I will say. Like the heat is the worst part because everything else is pretty cool. Like the crowds were a little crazy, but even that was worth it because you got to see so much cool stuff and meet cool people, and like that makes that more manageable to me. But the heat is just.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, okay. Now going back real quick to what I was want to say about experiencing Dragon Con. So we had a friend come out recently. I believe they've been before. It was him and his brother and girlfriend, and they left early because I guess they realized that they had a disadvantage, and the disadvantage is well, okay, so this is one thing too, I guess, with the changes, with how big Dragon Con's gotten, and since post pandemic. So if you want to get into the dealer's room, it's in a separate building from everything else. So it's in the America's Mart, and there's 3 floors of dealer's room, but you have to stand in line in that heat, and it can take upwards to like 2 hours to get in. And so if you want to get in the dealer's room, if that's your goal, that's like the first thing you need to do once you get to the con. And you need to come early, and probably not on Saturday, because the parade, that's another thing too, I'll talk about shortly, is the parade, because everything is shut down. They shut down all the streets near the parade, so that's a thing. So it'll be hard to get in to the con unless you happen to take the MARTA from somewhere. And then, yeah, we'll talk about the MARTA soon. But yeah, so yeah, you just definitely need to plan ahead of time, and also getting your badges. In the past, hadn't had issues getting our badges. It usually takes like maybe 30 minutes. We just got lucky.
Yeah, that's somehow always the fastest part.
Yeah, but I think
I've never taken more than an hour at a Dragon Con check-in, which sounds like a lot, but what I've had at other cons.
Yeah. I think that was like one. Actually, I was just thinking now. I think it was a conversation with our friends that said they had to wait like an hour, but it was moving. But then again, I was like the first day roughly, so I guess I was expected. But yeah, for like a 1 day, maybe it's not that bad. But wait.
Yeah, it's usually. And they have a thing you can do online. I won't get into the details because it's boring, but you can look it up when you buy your pass, and it helps speed everything up for you.
Yeah, so
I thought you guys were cutting out, so I was trying to like listen for a minute, and I think it's okay now.
Okay. Also, it was my fault too, because I had like something to add, and I didn't know when to stop, so my bad. But yeah, so I think that was part of the issue too. So if a dealer's room is your main thing nowadays for Dragon Con, just don't. You're probably not going to get into a dealer's room. I'll just say that, because this is my second year. I've never been to the dealer's room, and that's actually the best decision, because you save a lot of money that you could have spent. But there's also the art show.
Fair too.
Right. There's also the art show, though, which I know Zippy and I were talking about this too, is that I'm pretty sure there's some form of an artist alley in the dealer's room in America's Mart, but the art show looks like it's more, I hate to say it, like, please don't take this the wrong way, but it's like art that people actually put in a lot of effort in, like actual art that you would pay for like at a museum, I guess. The best way to explain it.
Less fan art. Yeah, less fan art, more museum grade art.
Right.
That's a good way to put it.
I mean, there's a difference. They're both still good, but
yeah, everything's still good. But I'm guessing maybe by Dragon Con standards, I guess a lot of that quality of art goes into the art show, which is virtually no wait for that. If it's in a Hilton. But if you want more fan-oriented artwork, then you have to go to the dealer's room. But of course, you have to wait 2 hours to get in.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So, like, considering the way things are, especially if you're trying to save money, I think the dealer's room probably be best not to go into. So it's not a big loss. But if you want to, like I said, you have to probably do that on Thursday at the latest, so that way you won't have to worry about that. But anyway, yeah. So hold on, just a couple questions. So nice having friends, says well, yeah. So I definitely recommend going to Dragon Con with friends, and I'm normally introverted, and there's some cons I will navigate, big cons I'll navigate by myself personally. But Dragon Con is just way too big. That was like, I think I'll feel comfortable if I have friends with me. But if you know where to go, then I feel like it's not a problem. But Yeah, definitely, especially at night, which I guess will segue to a question I was asking: is there a dark side to the Dragon Con? So one of the reasons why it took me a while to even consider Dragon Con, because I heard these horror stories, and this can actually happen at any con, but I guess with the con as big as Dragon Con, it's bound to be more stories. But like, there have been stories where basically, usually female attendees get, approached by other like a male attendees and would, do something, weird, and you know they just happen to be alone, and then they just thankfully got away. Like nothing really serious happened, but it's usually also around the time when there's an event going on. I think it's usually a football game because it's Labor Day weekend. So you're gonna have people that will scoff at the ideas of, oh, look at these losers dressed in costume, even though they have face paint of their team on their face. So like this, I see no difference, but whatever. But yeah, that's usually stories like that you hear. But going back to that, having friends is definitely a must, especially if you are out 1 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday, early Sunday morning. But it's all about having fun. So as long as you have good friends and stay away from drama, then definitely it's a lot of fun. But do y'all want to add to that?
I feel like you explained it pretty well. I guess maybe the only thing I would add is that Atlanta is not a super, happy rainbow place anyway, even if you're not going to a con. And I feel like it's just kind of for general purposes, just kind of, it's always safer to travel with people and just kind of, be aware of where you are. And that's really kind of with anything, though.
Yeah,
I feel like that's with any kind of traveling.
Right. And sorry, so did you have anything to add?
No, I mean, just, and, the closer you are to the con, the more it's just like, so obviously so many con people. So if for some reason you're worried about, like, oh, I'm walking 3 blocks over, like, will there be a lot of con people even pretty late? The answer is yes. So you kind of just put into the crowd.
Yeah.
Actually, ironically, I feel like I would feel safer, well, depending where you are, feel safer around con people than any other people that are out at night.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of weird, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, not at all. That makes perfect sense to me.
Oh, yeah.
Because I would be the same way. Like, I would much, much, much rather take the, I'm trying to think of one that was popular this year that you saw a lot of, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. But I would rather trust them than some random person that's just like, happens to be out because it's like, hey.
You'd rather take a ray gun with you, just in case.
I mean, and it's funny because like, the reason I said that is because if you see people going to the convention, like you see them dressed up, like they're clearly, at the convention, they have a reason to be out, or at least an excuse, I'll say that. Because there's Dragon Con, and Dragon Con is 24 hours. Like there's an adult track, there's after dark, there's early morning children's stuff. It is going. Like there's always stuff going. So like that makes me feel safer because I'm like, you're supposed to be here.
Yeah.
But like just random people.
Yeah. This is another example of choosing the cosplaying bear over, straight man.
Oh my god.
That's actually a really good point. I like that. But yeah, because I guess that's another thing that we probably should have mentioned too, is that Dragon Con has all ages tracks, after dark tracks, and it is basically like constant 24-hour something.
Yeah.
Like you could be up at like 4 a.m. and find something to do.
Yeah.
Like,
should you?
It is like nonstop.
Right.
Should you? Maybe. I mean, that's a personal preference, But Oh,
But
hey.
yeah. Oh yeah. So that's actually funny because apparently there were a lot of ray gun cosplayers at the con
Oh, that's
this
funny.
year.
So
Oh, and I took a
many.
pic. Yeah, I took a picture of
Nice.
one, and she gave me a medal. Oh, that said winner.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
More medals than she had, so that's pretty nice.
Ooh. Ooh, not drum roll, but I meant to do room shot. There we go. There we go. There we go. That works. Okay. So moving on a bit. There was something I was going to say, but we might come back to it later. But let's move on a little bit. So, what was your favorite thing to do at Dragon Con this year? And I guess I'll start first since we talked about the parade briefly. So, I was in the Dragon Con parade. And I was, I was in Dragon Con parade in the gaming group. And I was Alphino from Final Fantasy 14, and this is my second time doing it, so it was a lot of fun. And so last year I got lucky because it was slightly cooler compared to this year. But yeah, I had to drink 2 bottles of water before we started moving because I got there.
Oh no!
Yeah, I got there. Like I think I did okay last year. But I did a little better this year, and they do hand out water while you're getting organized. Well, everyone's getting organized, but the sun was definitely beaming down us, so that didn't help. And you might get lucky to have shade. There were some spots where there were shade, but as the sun kept going upwards, it was just like no shade. But you can go to the lineup starting at 7:30. In the morning, and it like ends at 9:30, and then a parade starts at 10, and there's a lot, so it's like I guess like 2 hours, at least 2 hours. I guess it felt longer, it felt shorter, I don't know, but yeah. So I think it was an hour and a half. I think because I think it was like a little after 11 when we got back to our checkpoint at the Marriott. But it was a lot of fun, and you get to be on TV. But apparently this year that wasn't the case. It cut out some of the groups this year, but last year they did show some, a lot of. I think they did a good representation last time, but this year was kind of eh. But yeah, so yeah, parade was cool. And at the end, I was drenched. My costume was drenched. Of course, that as soon as I'm done in that costume, like that's it for the whole weekend. I'm going to change into something different. So I was also Majima from the Yakuza games this weekend. I was yay Majima, and I also handed out some ribbons. So this is my first time doing ribbons.
I was very excited about the ribbons. I never knew about those until you guys mentioned it this year. I think that's really cool.
Yay! So going back to earlier, I mentioned the TikTok I did at MomoCon. Was basically me as Majima looking for a gray suited cosplayer, maybe a Kiryu-chan, like Majima everywhere. But I had to, I basically was looking for another gray suited cosplayer, so we did that. And I'm like, okay, let's do that. But it was based on that TikTok from The Witcher when they recast the actor for the main character. It was the girl that sings "Turn Around." Yeah. And then
turn back around.
Yeah, turn your ass back around. So that fits so perfect.
To be fair, he did look very off-putting.
Yes, but
it was something about the way. I think they had contacts this time, like something about his face and his eyes. It was just not right.
Yeah, but yeah, the girl says, "Turn your ass back around." So let's put that song to me looking for Kiryu-chan. It's not Kiryu-chan. That works so well with Majima. And
it did, because there were so many people in suits.
Yes.
It was so funny.
Yes, but it also did really well, too, because that's like my first ever thing I've posted that had like over 15,000 views.
Heck yeah, dude. That's amazing.
Yes, I'm so proud of that. And
that's so cool.
I hope nothing in the end happens to TikTok, because I like to keep that record, but like the second biggest record got, I think on Instagram, I think it got like a little over 1,000 views. So, but
right on.
But yeah. So yeah, that was my basically I made a ribbon based on that, but it doesn't have to be referenced directly to my TikTok. It just works anyway because it's Majima. And so I did find several Yakuza cosplayers at the con, and I gave them that ribbon, and they loved it. And even there were some fans too that I gave it to that if they took my picture. So yeah, it worked out. But yeah, I'm excited.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited that went really well, and I do have some ribbons left over. So if I ever go to any cons soon, probably AWA. Well, I'll be at Japan Fest, and I'm contemplating doing Yakuza cosplay then. You get a ribbon, and you get a ribbon. So yeah, Japan
we're
Fest.
all going to be at Japan Fest.
Yeah, that's actually what we're going to talk about a little bit too tonight before we end the stream. But yeah, so Japan Fest and AWA are the last cons I'm going to for the year. Those just for one day. But yeah, so if you all want one and you're going to be in a con, just let me know. But oh yeah, so real quick before we switch over to Sippy for any thoughts of their favorite activities, scammers probably see a good chance in Dragon Con. Let's see. I guess, are you talking about like for tickets? I mean, I guess it would be hard getting tickets for. I mean, I guess that can also be a possibility, but yeah.
Work with everything. Just go to the official website.
Right.
Yeah, and plan ahead. I cannot stress that enough. Plan ahead.
Yeah.
Like, it'll make things so much better. And
you just do that in life. That makes all things better.
I mean, that too.
Right.
That too. You're not wrong.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I can't think of any. I'm trying to say what other weird stuff to look out for at cons. Oh, just really quick, very briefly, and I'm not going to call out any names. Don't room with anyone that plans on leaving the room for longer than the checkout time. Just saying. So, I'm just going to leave it there. Meow.
Yeah. That's a whole other thing that we can do about con etiquette and like rooming etiquette and stuff like that. I think that would actually be a really good like separate episode, honestly, because I feel like there's just so many people that don't practice that. And we can have a whole thing like a whole other one set aside for that.
Yeah, okay.
If you want to.
And it's a good one to subtly send to that friend that actually is the problem.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you're watching, sorry, not sorry. But anyway.
Right.
Okay, Sophie, so did you have anything that you liked at this year's Dragon Con that you want to share?
I think my favorite thing about all Dragon Cons, but I notice it more and more now that I know what vibe Dragon Con has, is just that the absurd specificity and topicality of the cosplays. So Dragon Con loves to take a small concept and then just make it huge. There was some character in one of the new Jurassic Park films that, I forget if it was Jimmy Buffett or a guy that dressed like Jimmy Buffett. Well, that movie had just come out a few years ago, and all of a sudden there were 50. And this person they have no lines. They're like an extra. And there were 50 people cosplaying this guy. Well, this year, it was all the ray guns. They're all not chaperones. It was very awesome. There's this one thing when this FedEx standee started getting googly eyes.
Yeah.
And
Cult of John.
It's become this Cult of John, which is just crazy. And I know there's the cicadas.
Yeah, what the heck?
Some of the cicadas came out. So I know, and that's exciting because we're only going to see those cosplayers every like 16 years or so. So yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite part.
But yes, going on to the cicadas.
Creativity is pretty cool.
Going back to the cicadas, my favorite moment to that is when we got stopped in the Sky Bridge, going to one of the hotels, and people were complaining about being stopped, and then there was like this train of cicada cosplayers with these weird, annoying things like they do. Like, it was genius and a little annoying, but also genius again, because when the line stopped, they started going and then everyone started moving. All of a sudden, I'm like, that was a good idea. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, one of them had a sign that I loved because they don't have a short lifespan as mayflies. but they're still pretty short and classic. Here for a good time, not for a long time.
Yes, I
I
saw
was
that.
like, oh, I appreciate that.
Or just here for the.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, because they literally only do two things while they're alive, and it's very funny to me. But and if you don't know what those are, you should just Google cicadas because it's very easy to figure out what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's all I've ever achieved. So
Yeah. Did you have anything else?
That's good.
Did you have anything else to add, Sophie?
No, that was it. Yeah, just hope if this has intrigued you, come to the next one. Oshikaichi will have content all around various socials and whatnot of Dragon Con. Videos and pictures, so look for that.
Yeah, I think I'm posting some of the pictures I got on Threads as well. Apparently I realized I don't have enough video. I tried to do as much video as I could. So I could do something similar like you did on your TikTok. That's no possibility, but otherwise, like for pictures, I could just post it on Threads. But yeah.
Yeah, I literally used every clip I had, and it was only 22 seconds. So.
Yeah.
You feel free.
Wow.
So those watching curious as to some of these videos that we're talking about, like the Chaperone one. So I guess that'll be a favorite moment to talk about. So Chaperone's a big thing this year because of the song Hot to Go.
She's amazing, and Good Luck Babe, and Pink Pony Club, and
yeah. So
she's kind of doing it.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
So there was a Chaperone meetup Saturday night at the con, and our friend Kate, she dressed as the Hot to Go version of Chaperone, and
so good. She looked so good. It was like dead on. I was like, oh my god.
Yes. She killed it. It was amazing, and and also during the meetup, like after the meetup was done, they did a train that led through all three of the hotels, and when we were leaving at Hilton, they had this like little dance area where I guess they had a DJ playing, and they all of a sudden played the Pink Pony song, and everyone was so everyone was in that on that floor of the Hilton. Everyone was singing along. It was cool. And then we got a little derailed on the way to the Marriott, and then eventually met up again at the Hyatt, and then the train stopped there because apparently at that point it was to a 21 and up party, and our friend didn't have her ID, so I mean we could have went in and she had her ID, but it was fine. No. But that's when
we're so young at heart, we couldn't get in.
Yeah. But that worked out because that's when Kate recorded her TikTok of her at various parts of the con singing HOTTOGO.
I love that song so much, and it's so much fun. That little dance is so much fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, and if y'all want to see it, I do have it on our Discord in the Conventions and Events channel, and I'm doing a roundup of videos.
Watch. Can we broadcast her channel? Do you think that's okay?
You mean
like if we tell her at on TikTok?
I guess it'll be fine. I mean, I know she's wanting more views for it. I don't remember how many views she has for it. But,
well, her name is very clever. It's called I Kate Myself.
Yeah, it's at Kate or something. Yeah, it's on TikTok. But actually, hold on. Let me see. I'm just like, yeah. Oh yeah, one sec. Let me find the link. Actually, I'll just post a link too, but it's also in the Discord if y'all want to refer to it later, or if there's anyone in this chat that was at Dragon Con and want to share anything they recorded at the con, feel free to do that.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, everyone get to see it.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah, and I also want to do a blog post, also a roundup of everything that was taken at Dragon Con. So let me
Hey.
Get that. I'm gonna post in both the YouTube and Twitch for that particular TikTok while we're talking about it. But yeah, it was really good, and of course you'll see a couple of familiar people in it as well. So be sure to like and share. She will appreciate it for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
we want Chapel to see it.
Yes, maybe if Chapel Roan's watching.
Yes, I really hope she does. Oh my gosh, I really hope so. That was one of the reasons I kept tagging her.
Yeah.
I was like, please see this.
But
my friend did this thing.
Yeah. But yeah. So that was like also one of the funny moments of the con as well. I think that's it. I got and so I think we talked about. I know since Aaron didn't go, is that really? Well, I guess what could you have wished? Rather, let's ask this: what would you have liked to have done if you went to DragonCon?
I would have really, really liked to have done the photo ops again this year because all the hobbits were there. And I was very, very sad seeing all the group pictures that people got with Elijah Wood and Dominique Monaghan and Billy Boyd. And I was so sad. And I know Sean Astin wasn't there, which was sad too. Or at least he wasn't in the pictures. So I don't know if because
he's wearing the ring. Sometimes you don't see him.
He what now? He was wearing
the ring, so you don't see him.
I mean, that would be canon. But I know a lot of times they'll have like full lineups of a certain movie there, and that's always just so cool to me. And I would love to because I haven't done photo ops and stuff like that in a really long time, and I miss it. Yeah. And I miss getting my little autographs and having my little fangirl collectible things, and so that's probably what I would have done. And obviously, I would have been doing pretty much most of the same stuff that you guys were doing because I would have wanted to hang out with y'all. So definitely all the Chaperone stuff because I love her. That would have been amazing. The cicada stuff, I don't know if I could have handled that as much because that's just annoying. I think the costumes are very creative. But like the sound, the noise, I'm just like, nah. Like I get enough of that at home. Like be quiet. Quiet.
Yeah, I definitely thought of you.
Like all other stuff I would have done.
Yeah.
You did. Why?
Because it was annoying. I was like, yeah, Erica would not like this. Erica would not like this. Although, like I said,
yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Although, like I said, I'm pretty sure you would have appreciated that one part I just like mentioned about like in the tunnel when it stopped, everyone decided doing it and kept moving like that. That was like perfect.
I mean, like I said, I think that the idea is very genius and creative because that is pretty cool. But it's just the noise. Oh my God, I can't even imagine what that was like in person. Because I saw videos on TikTok. While y'all were gone,
because we have a special cicada guest here today.
Oh my God.
No, uninvited guest, no. We're gonna go to intermission BRB. Nah, I was just kidding.
Yeah, right. Yeah. There's like they're right behind me, aren't they?
Right. They've already died.
Turn around. I guess I have to turn around.
Yeah.
All right. So
already died.
Yeah, it already died.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. Anything else you want to add? So I think if not, I was gonna do some like I guess closing thoughts of the con as well.
Yeah.
And I'll start. So this year was fun, and also as I've mentioned hinted at that it does feel like this was the biggest Dragon Con ever. Especially considering like last year and this year, back-to-back years, there were lines to get into the dealer's room. So I had a theory, and this is probably not going to happen, but they might have to do something to accommodate afford. And I know people are not gonna like it, but I feel like the best option would be to maybe do some of the events at the Congress Center, the Georgia World Congress Center, like during the day, and then have all the stuff at the hotel at night. But I don't know how that's gonna work, because at least they will accommodate for the dealer's room, at the Congress Center. Maybe some of the big events, like the voice actor meetups, because that was one of the things too. We had issues with, like, we don't really go to many panels at Dragon Con, and I think the only panel I went to was the K-pop dance class panel, and our friend Inuyasha went in, and he enjoyed himself, and I was just tired. I didn't participate, but it was fun to watch, and the song that they were teaching the dance to was of Inlet's Magnetic, and I know that was the
Which
song
is so much fun.
Yeah, and it was also interesting learning the hand move they do at one of the songs, like you.
Ah,
Yeah.
that part is so hard. It doesn't look like it would be, but it's so hard.
Yeah, like that was the only panel I went to. It was it was a packed room, but still comfortable to like watch and sit down and relax. So that was good. But like if you wanted to go into like an interactive panel, if you want to go to an interactive panel, you have to get in line like an hour ahead of time. So yeah, but that's another reason why I feel like maybe they could move some of the events, like maybe during the day to the Congress Center. But I don't know how that would work. But that's just me, and I know they've basically been in the same area for a long time, so I don't know. But we'll see. I know since the dust is settling now of this year's events, this was the last day. We'll find out the final numbers and see if they have anything else in store for next year, which I think it's the last day. I think it's September 1st next year. So it'll be similar weekend, just a day back, basically, from this year. But that's all I got to say. But do you have anything? And also, I got your message, Zippy, but since we're ending this, we're going to try to go into the next part of it before you have to head out.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, and honestly, no notes. Said my piece, but also you just said it so well, so.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. And Erica, do you have anything to say? Just like in the future, you pretty much said that too, but anything else may have forgotten?
No. I mean, not that I can think of. I do want to go back at some point.
Oh yeah.
So I'm working up for that.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, so that's our Dragon Con in a nutshell, and I guess going just to finish that off too, since you mentioned MARTA earlier, I know some of us find public transportation convenient, some of us don't, or just for whenever there's like a flaw with it. But that's what we did going to Dragon Con. Maybe pre-pandemic, we would stay a day, like in another part of Atlanta that's on the MARTA train line, and then we would take the train into the Peachtree Center, and the con is right there. So that's like really convenient. So if anyone has thought about going to Dragon Con, that's an opportunity to go. Like if you can get the cheapest weekend pass right now until the 16th, like Zippy says, $100. Or you could just go for one day, a single day, and pay for like $70 or $80 or whatever it is on Saturday and do it like that. So that would be one way to get an idea what the con's like before you commit to the full weekend and paying $900 or $1,200 for a room. Yeah. Oof.
Right.
Skyguard says, I just looked up the Magnetic song and dang, the hand movements are wild. Yes.
Yeah. But it's so much fun though. I love that song.
It's really
and
catchy.
It's very catchy. That group, all their songs are good so far.
But yeah, so that's like one way you could check out Dragon Con. But yeah, so thank you to the organizers of Dragon Con for another successful year. Yay. And we're looking forward for 2025. So stay tuned for that stream.
25.
Yeah. All right, so now that we've talked about the biggest convention, we're going to talk about a few more events that's happening this month, which is kind of why we're here, and I want to try to hurry up and finish the stream for myself, and I know Sippy has to head out soon, but so next con we're going to Japan Fest, which I mentioned, and so now that convention is like a mini anime con. I mean, I guess it's a con, but it's mostly Japanese culture oriented. There's definitely like some anime theme events, but definitely a culture event. But it's really a very good entry level convention at all to go to, because it's, if you pre-registered now, I believe it's $16.
Something like that.
Yeah, way cheaper than your average event of its size.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a 2-day event. The first time I went was a few years ago, and I think they were in a different room, different venue before. And I think a lot of people said it was a lot better than this venue is better than what it was. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what the heck? Oh shit! Apparently someone's. Sorry, there was a noise in the background. Apparently someone outside is doing something weird, but but anyway, I don't think hopefully I didn't hear that, but yeah, so
I did not.
So Japan Fest, it's a pretty fun event, and that's like a good late summer, like end of summer event to go to. So yeah, but did you all have any expectations for Japan Fest this year?
I'm excited to try the food.
Oh yeah, the food's probably the best part. So same, because to me it's more like it's very calm, but it's very much like a festival. And to me, where festivals excel versus cons is the food, because cons have to have food to feed you, but festivals get to show off culture and various types of foods intentionally. And that's what I think Japan Fest does so well.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so like if you want an anime con to go to, you can't afford AWA or Dragon Con or MomoCon, and yeah, definitely check it out. But I did a vlog, in which by the way, I realized I haven't done a vlog in a while, like maybe a year, and I attempted to do one. Actually, I think now would be a good time to do it, because next month will be my 5th year anniversary since I went to Korea, so I could do a vlog on that to try to get back into things. But yeah, but I did do a vlog post Japan Fest last year, so if y'all want to check it out, that is on the YouTube channel, the main channel at Centaku Media. But we also had another cool video made of that you made, Sippy, right? And then featured Inuyasha as well.
Yeah. Inuyasha.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But also another reason we were so excited that we all us three are excited for Japan Fest was because that weekend, or back-to-back days, or at least the 3 days for us out of that weekend, there's two K-pop concerts that we're going to. So we're going to see Epic High, which is the 23rd of September. Yeah, and I think this is our 5th time or 6th time in Atlanta. But they're always welcome back, and I really like to see them. I haven't missed their shows since they've been here. So, and I believe this is Erlen's first time going as well.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yay!
Yeah, it's gonna be epic.
Yes. Yeah, so Epic High, for those that don't know, they're a Korean hip-hop group. They've been around for 21 years now. They had their first album released in 2003. So definitely excited about them. Their songs, there's not a bad song they have, so it's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, no skips.
Right.
No skips.
But yeah, so that's happening, and then there's another concert we're going to, which is DPR Ian. I know that's a show that Erica's looking forward to.
Yay! Woo! I love him so much. If you don't know, you want to know?
I was joking. I was like, you can't even tell she's excited.
If you don't know who he is, I highly suggest looking up his music as well as the other DPR artists because they're all very, very good. And I'm super excited to see him live because I've seen just his performance videos, and I was just like, oh my god, this is gonna be great. And then when I found out he was playing in Atlanta, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So I'm super excited to see it in person. He's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of DPR Ian's a couple of his songs, and it's not bad. And actually, I have heard of DPR live before, so that's pretty cool. But unfortunately, DPR live is not going to be there. But I'm really excited.
Which is so strange because wasn't there another? I think there's another DPR artist that is going to be there, correct?
Yes,
because we've been looking it up. So okay,
unless,
I don't know why they're going to be there and the one is not, but
unless the other one's in the army, I'm not sure. To be honest, like I haven't really kept up with him for a while, so I mean it is what it is. But I'm still excited because since I'm out of the loop with any of the DPR groups, then I'm looking forward to what they have in store for us.
I was excited to have an excuse to buy 2 brand new light sticks.
Oh yeah, so
I'm very, very happy about that.
Oh yeah, the light stick for Epic High's cursor is very interesting, and it would definitely offend some people if I were to show that. And apparently, because of that, it's actually banned in Malaysia for the shows.
Yeah. Which is funny because it's like it's not really as bad as they make it out to be, but
yeah. It's a light stick of the third finger on your hand turned backwards. Let's just say that.
Middle.
No,
and it
I was
looks
trying
like
to be
Mickey
subtle.
Mouse.
I was trying to be subtle about it.
But it looks like a Mickey. It looks like a Mickey Mouse glove too. That's the funny part.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to be subtle about it, but yeah, that's what that is. If you look up Park Q Bong on Google, then Epic High Park Q Bong, then you get the idea. But
and I did just find out some information about your DPR live.
Okay.
He took a hiatus from DPR and is releasing under his real name and.
Oh shoot!
He's, I guess, solo stuff and.
Oh wait! You're. Oh, sorry to interrupt. You're cutting out. Cutting out real bad. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oops! Oh, we lost her. Ooh, we lost her. There we go.
I don't know if that helps or not. I can't stand this. But you hear me okay now?
A little bit. It's a little better, but still choppy. Oh, and we lost her again.
Yeah, choppy. Choppy like One Piece.
Hello?
That's Chopper, but
I don't know if this helps.
Okay, you're good right now. Okay.
Are you sure?
For now, but the test to go and talk about DPR Live again. I guess he's releasing songs under his real name.
Okay. Yeah, he's doing some solo stuff under his real name, and he is touring for that. And I think it's conflicting with their stuff, so he couldn't do both.
Okay.
But he's in Seattle, Washington on September 10th, and then he goes to Denmark and Germany. And yeah, this is kind of cool though. But at least we know he's still active, like he's still making stuff.
Yeah, he did perform in Atlanta like several years back, but I think it was conflicting with some other concerts I was going to. It was like, yeah, I can't do that. I'm sorry, y'all. But anyway, that's pretty cool though that he's doing his own thing right now.
Yeah, he's not coming anywhere near here.
Oh, sure, you're cutting out. Okay, you're cutting out again, but Okay. Well, thank you for the info.
There's
But
nothing I can do.
okay. Well, okay. So Sippy has to go soon. Do you have any thoughts you'd like to share about Japan Fest? Any of the concerts we're going to?
Yeah, I haven't gone to see Epic High as many times as you, but like you said, always a treat. So I'm super stoked. Check out their music even if you don't plan on going to their show, and it's cool because clearly they come back a lot. So even if you miss this one, get another chance. And yeah, Japan Fest, as we said, is a great entryway. So if you were like, oh, Dragon Con sounds intense, well, you know what's not as intense? Japan Fest in literally every level. It's 2 days. You can go just one day. You can go just for an afternoon. It's cheap. They have food. You can be in a line and you can know that you will get to the end of your line. It is very, very nice. So
Yes. But yeah, I am definitely looking forward to it. So yeah,
and no cicadas. No cicadas. So if that's a big point for you,
Oh my god.
Maryland and others, there you go.
Listen.
But yeah, so yeah, looking forward to K-pop concerts, and I think this will be honestly, I lost count, but I've been to over 20 K-pop concerts in the past 13 years, since 2012. That was my first K-pop con, and I know Errol and you've been to not as many as I have, but I think yeah, K-pop concerts. I think, what was your first K-pop concert? Can you tell audience what that was?
My very first one was the Wonder Girls in 2 p.m. with Zippy, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was very, 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 very fun. And I don't think I went to any after that until I went to go see The Rose last year in October, which is crazy.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Because I'm like, because I'm like, as much as I have loved K-pop, like I have not been to many shows at all. And because Wonder Girls 2 p.m. was like 12?
2010, I think.
Yeah,
2010?
It's very old. We're like, can't break the mold, you know. You weren't ready to be disappointed by lesser. So,
I mean,
kidding, but
I will say that The Rose was a good one to get back in on with it. So they were amazing, and I'm looking forward to seeing seeing Epic High and DPRE into. And I'm trying to do more, but like I don't know how much people follow, like people listening to this, how much they follow K-pop. But like one of the jokes that we have in this fandom is that the ticket prices are outrageous. And so it does make it a little difficult if you want to go and have what I consider to be a, quote unquote decent seat. You're going to be paying like $400 and up. And that's just not doable for most people, especially not right now.
My solution: go to the artists that you've never heard of. Get into them. Because you're gonna be able to afford those ones. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm still flabbergasted that I got. Yeah, no, I mean that is also a very good point too. And I mean, I'm honestly still completely flabbergasted that I got to see The Rose for just under $100.
Yeah.
At the Roxy. It was the Coca-Cola Roxy, and I had no clue how popular they were because me being, on TikTok pretty much constantly, I had just learned about them through TikTok. And I was just like, oh, okay. And then I find out that they've collaborated with other artists like years ago. Like they've been around for a while. And they're incredibly talented. I was like, oh my God. And the line to get in to the Roxy was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like I stood, and it moved quickly. I will say that it was very, very speedy. But oh my God,
yeah,
it was wild. Now I have been to a lot of concerts, but just not a lot of K-pop concerts. So I'm trying to focus more on the K-pop stuff now.
Yeah. Yeah, and then let's see what else. Oh yeah. So I guess like you said, Erlen, that Sippy also went to the 2 p.m. Wonder Girls concert. That was her first concert too, Sippy?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That was my first. Yeah, I think I've only gone to probably less than 5. I feel maybe just 5, which I know sounds like a lot in some ways, but because we've been in this fandom for a long time, but yeah. And apologies because like she knows I gotta duck out, but hoping to change that next year. There's so many that if I can afford any of those, then I'm already excited for obviously Epic High, but next year too. So
yeah, okay,
yeah, woo.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you having or rather being on the show, and I hope to see you again soon on here. And I don't know how often I want to do this. I want to say like on a monthly basis,
thank you all.
But definitely it was a good test run.
Yeah. Thank you all, and check out all that Nakaichi does. Pretty much everywhere, Discord and all that. Always awesome stuff. But yeah, thank you all, and have a good night, everybody.
All right, you too. Bye, Sophie. Say bye.
Bye.
But before we end the stream, I am going to, I guess, go with talk a little bit to Erlen about the concerts I've been to. So yeah, I think I actually have a post on centakumedia.com of all the cons I've been to, and not cons, but concerts in particular. But I think I went to like over 20, and this was like kind of some back-to-back concerts too. I guess if you want to add that, because it started with Big Bang. So Big Bang in 2012 was my first K-pop concerts, and unfortunately I missed the Wonder Girls and 2 p.m. concerts because I was so not wee little, but just to preface, I didn't have a way to drive myself, or I didn't have a job, even though I could have saved up for my allowance. It just didn't happen, unfortunately. But I'm glad that you and Sippy had a good time.
Yeah, it was really cool. That one was meet and greets too, and that was actually back when it was relatively affordable. The meet and greet was $200.
Yeah, that's definitely not bad.
I can't even fathom that now, because a lot of these shows are charging close to $1,000 without a meet and greet at all, and I'm just like, what are y'all on? Like, it's just, and I understand, like, they need to be able to pay their people, they need to be able to pay the crews and the venue, and I get that, but it's been proven that that's not where the money's going. So I'm like, okay. Like, they need to really overhaul that whole process, because Live Nation, Ticketmaster, I actually think it's just Ticketmaster, is in lawsuit right now with the federal government. And I don't think that they've actually done anything about it, but they're basically saying that they violated a whole lot of stuff, which they kind of did. And I'm like, okay, that's great. Do something about it. Mm-hmm. Like, we've been complaining about them for years, and they just now finally did this. And I'm like, okay, so, now that we got that out of the way, like, just, do something about it.
Right. but yeah, it's probably, I don't know, well, I guess it could depend on the artist too, because Epic High, as long as they've been around, they're not that big, but their tickets are reasonable, because the tickets that we got for general admission is like after taxes and so-called fees, you can't see my fingers, but it's like $70. That's not bad. But
yeah, like theirs were, and this is like general admission, so you have every possibility to move around and get really good pictures and videos, which is what I tend to focus the most on, because I want to be able to look back on it and be like, this was amazing, this was incredible. And the phones have advanced so much now that you can get really good quality videos and pictures. So as long as I have that, I feel like I am willing to pay a reasonable amount to have that to take with me. Yeah. Because that's something tangible that you can have forever. Well, I say tangible, it's digital, but you know what I mean.
Right.
But it's just I'm very picky about that, and I'm not really understanding how they can justify the price of tickets, and especially since some of the seats are so far back, there's no way you'd be able to see anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like,
yeah.
But I mean, aside from that part of it, I do see videos of people who go, and it seems like they're very fun, and there's a whole lot of stuff going on, and that's the part that I feel like I'm missing out on too, is just the community of it, because you're around so many people who like the same thing, and it's just really kind of neat. And I do like that people started doing those little, I don't even know what you call it, the little fan bracelets and stuff, and handing them out and giving out photo cards. That is like the most wholesome thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, the K-pop fandom has definitely evolved in the past decade, because like the store that we frequent, as in Dorville, Georgia, K-pop store in USA, back then it was called On the Way Home, which was one of those video stores where they would record like whatever aired on like KBS, NBC, SBS, but they definitely got out of that business and started doing K-pop stuff. And back then they didn't have all the photo card trading stuff like you see now, or anything like small stuff like you see now. So that's pretty cool. And I also am slightly sad because it's like I'm not as big as I as I was with some of the groups. Like I enjoy the groups like for their music. They're very talented. But like I guess Big Bang, Fix, Shiny back in the heyday, like I was like all for them, but now it's like they're either disbanded, they're on indefinite hiatus, and then there's the other group like Stray Kids and ATs. Like I love them, but I can't. The enthusiasm is not quite there. Like I love them, but I guess because I'm older, it's just it's different now. But I still appreciate them. So like, don't get me wrong. It's like I guess I just don't have the not patience, but I got other things to worry about, I guess, than tickets. So I guess that helps me a little bit. But I would like to go to like maybe one concert if I just happen to have the money and just support them. So that's kind of where I am now.
Yeah.
And
we do what we can.
Yeah. So I would still like to go to a BTS concert. And I'm so mad about. I mean, it is what it is, but they had the world tour right when the pandemic happened, and I even got a ticket to see BTS in Atlanta, but they had to postpone the concert. They postponed the concert for a year. Wait, what are you doing? Wait, what are we saying? You go? Ooh?
Oh yeah, just the whole pandemic thing ruining. I mean, it caused so much stuff to not happen, and I'm just like. Because there were so many concerts that I was supposed to go to too, like regular concerts, and I don't even remember. I'm trying to think of the one because it's been like several years now. But BTS is one of my goals, by the way.
Yeah.
So I really desperately want to see them live, and I just really hope I can one day.
Yeah, and going back to that, like I said, if they do ever have a concert again where Atlanta's included, like I was that close to seeing them because the ticket was actually like $80. That wasn't bad, and since I'm not a huge super fan of BTS, I figured okay, that's good. I want to support them, but I guarantee you when they have tickets for them, if they when they all are the army and go on the world tour, they're probably not going to be that cheap again, even for. The cheap seat, the far away seats.
Yeah, no, I don't really know what's gonna happen. Like as far as when they come back next year or whenever they come back, it's gonna be super expensive. I already know. People are already making jokes about selling organs on the black market.
Oh gosh.
To to go and see these groups, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's crazy. It's crazy. It should not be that expensive. And I really hope that in between now and then, that they fix whatever the crap is happening with Ticketmaster and make them reasonable, and then maybe some of this stuff will get better.
Yes. So, I hope that improves before they're all coming out of Army whenever they do stuff, or just in general. That's what we ask for, is just stop paying yourselves, y'all. So,
I know, right?
But before we wrap up, so yeah, the concerts that I've been to, like I said, I think at this point it's like over 20, but they're mostly like, I guess I wouldn't say repeats, but like kind of epic high. Like this will be my 6th time seeing them, so I've been lucky to basically going on back-to-back shows, and I think most of that, besides epic high, included Dynamic Duo, which they were part of like a tour with some other artists, and then they had their own solo concert as well. So there's 2 back-to-back for them. Doki in the Quiet, or Doki, which is DOK2. He's a Korean rapper. I've seen him, I think, 3 times. He had 2 solo. Now I think, actually, I don't think they were all solo. I think they were also with another featured artist, which is not bad, because I actually did like the other featured artist, was The Quiet. So I liked him really well. And then there was the sudden the appearance of a concert featuring 90s K-pop stars, which featured the Clone, Jinuson, and who was it? Was it the only 2? Drawing a blank. What was it? But yeah, so it was those 2 bands. Actually, it might have been just those 2. I feel like I'm missing one other group. But yeah, so those were the concerts I went to, and and I think the last big K-pop concert I went to was Blackpink. That was like in 2019, and then we actually saw the movie. We actually saw 2 K-pop movies of concerts this year, so I thought that was a cool experience too.
That was so much fun. Like I think that's about as close as I'm gonna get to these.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, at least it's something.
Yeah, I'm glad they're doing it. That's actually pretty cool. Give people opportunity.
I know too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very fun.
But yeah, I actually saw Blackpink in person, but technically I saw them twice. I guess you can include the theater experience too as my 2nd time seeing them.
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess it still kind of counts, right?
Yeah. And I believe they're supposed to be touring next year, and I think 21 is also making a comeback tour as well. So
yeah, they are.
Yeah, so like Sippy says,
everybody is.
Yeah, like I say, we'll see what 2025 holds, and yeah, I haven't seen these many K-pop concerts I think since 2018. So yeah,
right?
So we're back, even though we don't have enough money, but yeah, we're back.
I was gonna say we're broke, but we're still here.
We're back. We're broke, but we're back.
We're broke, but we out here.
Yep. Okay, so
oh my God.
All right, do you have any other closing thoughts about K-pop concerts?
I'm just looking forward to trying to do as many as I can, and hopefully a lot more than 2. I'm glad that I met you guys, but I really would like to have more friends that like K-pop, because I feel like we have a very small group, and I would like to spread the love, spread the word.
Yeah.
And I'm always trying to inflict. I say inflict because sometimes they don't really have a choice, because sometimes they're stuck with me. But I usually try to induct people. I'll say it like that. Induct people, and most of the time they end up liking it. That's the funny part, because they're so resistant to it. Then they're like, "Oh, what's this song?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you didn't like it."
Oh yeah.
So I'm a little bit petty about it. It's okay. But I hope that we get a chance to do more stuff, like more concerts and stuff next year.
Yeah, me too. But as far as like more K-pop fans, if anyone's interested in K-pop, I would like to do a Discord event, and I did this last year. And I would plan on doing it like maybe a month or two ago, but just, I got busy and forgot. So I want to do a K-pop night on Discord where I'll show y'all music videos that we jam to.
Oh my God, yes. Yes.
Yeah. So maybe we'll make it happen. But yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, that'll be in a Discord at some point, but I'll let the viewers know when that happens and definitely plan it out ahead of time so y'all can check it out if you want more details. Of course, it'll be in a Discord because if I stream it, I might get in trouble, but I think Discord will be a way to build a community as well. So, let's see. Sky says, K-pop fans scare me. I have heard things about them. Okay, so so real quick.
I was going to say, that's something that's going to take a lot of time, but those are the bad ones. I'm just going to TLDR. Those are not real fans. Those are psychopaths.
Yes, definitely agreed.
I mean, by the definition of the word, they are psychopaths and stalkers. And we do not. This is the thing that's very frustrating because we obviously don't do any of that, but we get lumped in with that, just like people who like anime get lumped in with super creepy or super weird people who make everybody uncomfortable.
Right.
So it's very unfortunate that it happens because I don't know why it's such a thing with specifically Asian fandoms, but it is, and I don't like it. But we don't do those things because I notice it more with anime and K-pop than I do with anything else, and it's very, very frustrating.
Yeah, very sad.
Yeah, that too. That is also true. But the real people who enjoy it are very, very wholesome, and they're very cute, and we have fun with it, and they make little bead bracelets and hand them out at concerts, and like that's the kind of stuff that real people do that like it. And I think that's honestly the stuff that he's referring to is what does keep a lot of people from getting into it, and that's very sad.
Yeah. Especially just another tale too long didn't read. So BTS or ARMY, they're the biggest the biggest offenders because if you dare say anything bad, I hope I don't get canceled for it. Like if you say anything bad about them, they try to like make your life a living hell just because you said one off thing about them, and it's like
like you said, oh hey, I didn't quite like that new song, but I like all their other stuff. They would just lose their mind.
Mm-hmm, right.
And I'm like, y'all have a disorder. Like, I'm sorry, but oh my god.
Yeah, like it's like they're very talented. Don't even like some BTS is very talented. Actually, I might get canceled for this, but I'm gonna brag that I'm part of I was a fan of BTS before BTS was cool crowd because I got like their first like 4 or 5 mini albums, and with their first album I have them. Like actually physically own them, and I really enjoy them, but I'm not in that deep compared to a lot of fans now. So it's just yeah. So but like I still enjoy the music. I definitely enjoyed Jungkook's bops that he's had before with the ARMY. Yeah.
He is like the greatest gift to humanity, I swear to God. But that's like a whole nother thing because we could talk about that for hours.
Yeah, maybe that will be the next episode, but I gotta figure out the next topic we talk about for the next Just Chatting stream. But this went really well.
I think so too. This was a lot of fun.
Yay. Wait, one more thing. Sky says, most BTS fans teenage girls. Oh, yeah, pretty much. It's like with any boy band. Like any boy band, not just K-pop.
And that's a whole part of it too, because some of these bands started when they were kids, and now they're grown up, like they're our age.
Yeah.
And then some of these bands are.
Oh, sorry, you're cutting off again, by the way. We
Huge
lost
gap. There's like a huge gap.
You might want to repeat that again, by the way, because you got you cut out. There was a huge gap definitely between what you said.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, she'll be back here in a moment. Hopefully you'll come back. Hey, welcome back. Hopefully this works. Hey, can you hear me? Oh, I can't hear you if you're saying anything.
Okay, I'm back, I think. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, it wasn't letting me back in. I was panicking. Anyway,
sorry. It said BTS fans got her. Oh no.
They don't know where I live yet, so hopefully not. But anyway, but I was trying to say that there's so many different age groups with this stuff because you have bands who are older and then you have new bands who are very young. I kind of like all of them, but you do have to be very mindful of the target audience, because even if they are like even the older bands, their demographic has grown up with them. But you have to also remember that they're still putting out new music, so they're going to constantly be getting new fans who are younger. So like there is the what I call the baby group of people who like them, and then there's the older people who like them. So it's kind of strange, but it's also kind of cool that there's like that many people who do like the same thing. But it's I like all their music, but I try to stay more with the people who are closer to my age.
Yeah.
Because I feel weird. I feel weird fangirling over people who are like,
years younger than you.
Yeah, or sometimes more. Yeah, like it's just no. Like I need to know that these are like grown-ups and that they're closer to my age, and that I don't feel as weird about listening to their stuff and liking them, and like, and you can like a group without being weird about it. I just want to also point that out.
Right.
But it makes me feel more comfortable if they're closer to my age, because I'm just like, okay. But there are, like I said, there's always going to be like new waves of fans because they're always going to be putting out new music. So that's just kind of like with any group, really, because like I was trying to think of a really good example, but bands that have been around for like years and they're still putting out songs, their demographic at the time they started has grown up and had children who were raised on that music. So it's that it kind of just becomes a generational thing, which is cool. It's still kind of cool, but it's just kind of it's very interesting to me how that works, because there's so many different ages.
Yeah, I think at this point for our age group, if you're like in the 30s, any second gen and some like early third, or I guess at this point most third gen K-pop groups, that's like your safe window without feeling weird because of the age gap. But yeah, like you said, there's going to be new generations of fans too that will enjoy it, but like for other reasons other than just being weird about it. But
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Yeah. But yeah, so Sky says, thank God she's back.
Thank you. We persevere even though Discord hates us.
But anyway, that's I think that's going to be a wrap for the stream. Oh wait, one more thing.
For this one, I feel like this is a good first run.
Yeah. Also, I find it funny. Sky says, I find it funny that lots of people enjoy K-pop so much, even though they don't understand a single Korean word. Yeah. Actually, that's
that's E.
Oh, yeah,
you don't have to. It's catchy.
Oh, come on, Discord. Sorry, I'm complaining about Discord. Apparently, it's cutting out again.
Okay, I don't know. I've tried everything, and it's getting late anyway. So.
Okay, but yeah, I guess that's to go back on that. Yeah, I didn't like. Okay, so me being into anime, like I was mostly into J-pop, so I had no idea. I didn't know any Korean words at the time, and also, by the way, I've been into K-pop for 20 years. This is the 20th year, so I know that's kind of hard to believe. And yes, like I said, things have changed a lot in the past 2 decades. Being into K-pop, but yeah, like I think that's sort of like all music. Like they just find something magical about it, and just gravitate to it because it's just so cool and different. And then being into it so much, it's going to be that time where you say, I want to learn more about this. So that's kind of how I, being into anime, I learned more about the culture and the language, and you eventually learn. And actually, even though I've struggled with Japanese on and off, I feel like because of learning Korean, I've gotten better at learning Japanese, although it's still very slow. I can read a little bit. Also, I guess in regards to Japanese, like playing the Yakuza games, I'm starting to understand that more than I did 20 years ago, but also listening to K-pop and watching like K-dramas, that helped a little bit. So it's kind of like, okay, so if you train your, I guess, your thought process of learning this language, it helps you improve in another area. So, but I mean, that'll happen with you. Yeah, that happens if you like in an interest like that, international interest at this. But yeah.
TikTok helps a lot, by the way. There's lots of people, and YouTube. There's lots of people that will help you learn. Like they help you start out easy and kind of eventually learn, more complex stuff with all kinds of different languages. So I feel like it's worth learning.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you're getting into music with other. I mean, I kind of cheat. I look up translations. I know what I at least know what they're talking about, and I look up the romanization so I can phonetically pronounce stuff correctly. But it's still very difficult, and I'm learning like teeny tiny phrases at a time, like very, baby steps.
Yeah, I mean, I think looking at the translation helps to like learning a language, because that way if you hear one word in Korean, like you can put them together, and it's like, okay, yeah, this is what this means. So
like otoke.
Otoke, sarange, what else? Hajima mean, I think it's means stop it.
Yeah, hajima is stop, and kajima is come back.
Yeah, and Bogo Shippo means miss you. I miss you.
Oh yeah. Bogo Shippo. That was a BTS song. Anyway, I was trying to think of other stuff that's mola is a word that they use quite often.
Mola. Mola. That means I don't know, I think.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, mola. Bill. Oh, Star.
Yeah.
Bill.
Okay.
There's actually an artist named Bill.
Oh, that's cool.
I think she's married to Haha.
Yeah.
She's married to Haha. He's the like co-host of. I know.
Put that out there. Like they come up with some crazy names, which is kind of cool. It makes it more fun, but
yeah. Bill is married to Haha, if I remember correctly. I guess they're still married, but Haha is the host of Infinity Challenge, on the co-host. I think if he's still doing it, but yeah. I thought that's something interesting to point out. But
oh yeah.
But so let's see. Oh yeah, and last thing, so Skygar says learning languages for music / drama is a real respectable dedication. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to get into different cultures. So yeah, I like that. So, but yeah, thank you for watching. I think this was a good test run. Like you said, this was fun. I really appreciate Sippy and you, Erilyn, being here. Thank you again. Let's give everyone a round of applause. Yay!
Thank you for having us. Woo!
Yay!
And we're not gonna thank Discord for being Discord,
Yeah.
but Anyway.
yeah, Discord's gonna Discord, I guess. But anyway, yeah, we'll do another just chatting stream in the near future as soon as we get the time and topic down. But yeah, and again, we'll have Erlen and Sippy back, and maybe we have another host. Have 4 people. That'd be pretty cool if we have it. But I think the 3 of us works just as well for right now. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yay.
I like that a lot too.
All right, well, I'll let you head out, and I wish you a good night, and hopefully have a good Tuesday and the rest of the week. I know this was a holiday, and we have to go back to stupid work tomorrow.
I know.
but yeah, thank you so much. All right, Samang.
Yeah, thank you too. You guys have a good night.
Samang.
Hey, bye.
Bye. All right, with that said, y'all, we're going to move on to our stream ending screen. And again, shout out to everyone that came by tonight. Yeah, this was very fun. And shout out to Sky for tuning in. Thank you for people dropped in to say hi. Thank you to DJ Anime for tuning in as well. And yes, have a good night as well, Sky Guy. We appreciate you being here. And the next stream will be Thursday. We're gonna do our Fortnite stream then. It'll be at 6:30. And then our next Yakuza stream, we're gonna try to finish the last chapter this weekend. So maybe even on Friday, I don't know, depending on my mood, because I did want to try to catch up. But if I have time, I might do play a little bit off stream to try to catch up a little bit. That way, maybe we can do the end of the game Friday and then get into Infinite Wealth Saturday. But we'll see. But yeah, I appreciate y'all being here. And before we leave, I am going to go ahead and raid out. I really need to do that more, but I do have a little bit of time to hang a bit in the other person's stream. So if this works, let me make sure this works first if I can raid out. If not, well, we're going to do this a different way. So I'm going to do it on Twitch, but I'm also going to share that channel in YouTube as well, so y'all can go check it out. Crap. So this person is not allowing raids. So we're just going to refer to them because this is someone in another community that I want to try to help out because they only have 15 followers. It's on Twitch though. So we're going to go to Arctic Songbird on Twitch. So there you go. So I want to share that on the Twitch chat and on YouTube as well. But I appreciate y'all being here. Don't forget the Discord link, which got shared in our channel, so that way you can see all the stuff from DragonCon that we were referring to, and also to keep up to date of the next stream as well. So appreciate y'all being here. This is Nakaichi signing out, and until next time, so long. Bye bye.